In this tutorial, we're going to create a projectile that will kill our enemies. We're also going to add it to our UI and update it on screen so that we know how much ammunition we have left. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to update our global variable because I want to create get this all this set up first. So we're going to add a variable. We're going to call it ammo, and we're going to make it equal to 5 because that's what the player is going to start out with for now. Let's go and create a signal. I'm going to call it ammo updated. Calling it ammo, it's not going to be ammo and like bullets or anything. It's just going to be a fireball. It's a little, because we're using that little fire imp guy right there. So, and I found a fireball in there, so I figured I'd use that. So let's see, what else do we need? I need to create a function that will update the ammo, so we'll call it update ammo because that's what it's going to do. It's going to pass an amount, which will be an integer. And I forgot the colon right here, so let's go ahead and add that in. Ammo, it's going to be equal to max ammo plus the amount, and we're going to pass in 0. That way this will prevent us from having negative ammo. Alright. And for some reason I keep wanting to put 2 M's in the word amount, and I don't know why. Because I know that amount is spelled with only 1 M. We're going to throw our signal in here and pass ammo to that. That way when we add it to our UI, not AI, which we're going to do right now. Let's see. On our UI script, let's see, let's set it up first. So let's go to our UI scene. We're going to duplicate our score icon and just bring that over. If we put it here inside this camera view real quick, let me just show you what happens. It's going to be like right here in the middle, right? Or okay, to the left of the center, right? Just to the left of the center screen. I want it to be all the way over here on the right, so I'm going to bring this guy over here and just kind of test it out and then just work my way left as I need to. So now it's not even on screen, so we know that's too far. So let's go ahead and go this way with it. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. It looks like it might be a little high, so let's go ahead and just bring it down. Oops. Left and down. About like that. Not far enough left, I don't think. Alright, so because I need to leave room for the numbers. There we go. Alright. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to duplicate this vertical box container and get rid of this padding and score label. And I'm just going to move this guy right on, whoops, over here. I'm just going to say like this. That should be good. Let's test it out on screen. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Alright. Now, this score icon is not the score. This is going to be the ammo icon. This lives label is going to be ammo label. Alright. And we need to change the icon. In here, there is a cherry. So let's find that. There it is. I want to just drop this over there. That way it's like the food kind of gives him the strength to, like, you know, shoot the fireball. Alright. Now, in our UI, we need to add some, we need to make some changes. So, at on ready, this variable is going to be ammo underscore label. It's going to be equal to this guy. Oh, not that guy. This guy right there, the ammo label. There we go. Alright. Now we're gonna add some stuff here. We're gonna go global dot ammo updated dot connect. And we're gonna pass in ammo, or no, sorry, a function that we're gonna create called update ammo, and then we're gonna throw that function down here. It's gonna pass the global dot ammo. Now, these are right because we haven't created the function, so let's go ahead and do that now. Function update ammo. We're gonna pass new ammo as an integer, and then it's gonna be ammo label dot text is gonna be equal to new ammo, I believe, right? Yes, but it's gonna be a string just like we did before. So str, and then in the parentheses. I don't know why I had a brain fart right there. All right, so all right, that's all good. So now when we press play, our ammo should be showing 5. There it is right there. Perfect. All right. Now, what we need to do is get the projectile set up and the player shooting it. So let's go ahead and do that next. All right, so let's create a new scene. And go ahead and we should be able to paste it from the clipboard. Oh, you probably won't have that. So that was some pre-gaming I did while I was messing around with it. Go ahead and click on your gem and just right click and press copy. And then in our new scene, paste from clipboard, you're going to see that it all pops up here, right? Now we need to change this to projectile. We need to remove the script because that's the gem collection. We don't want to add in there. Now this right here, we can't add anything there, right? We're not going to add this cherry anyways. I'm just using it to show you. The way we're going to fix that is click on animation and just reset it and add a new sprite frame. And you're going to see that now we can add stuff to it, okay? So what we want is this fireball right here. So we'll go ahead and click on sprites under the fireball folder and just drag those in. If we go to 2D and zoom in on it, right, we press play. Got a nice little animation there, okay? Next thing we're going to do on this is create a script. Well, no, let's save it. All right, save it in your scenes as projectile and then add a script. And we're gonna call this projectile and we're gonna create it and we're gonna type some stuff. So we're gonna add a variable for the speed. It's gonna be a float and equal to, we'll just say 300 for now. On already variable sprite, and that's going to be equal to this animated sprite 2D right there. All right, we need to add a direction in there, so direction integer is equal to 1. All right, let's see. You know what we're missing on this projectile. I don't want it to kill enemies blindly, so we're gonna add a visible on-screen notifier 2D, and we're gonna pass that here in our ready function. But first, let's go ahead and get our physics going, right? So physics process. Didn't need all that extra stuff. There you go. And we're going to say position.x plus equals speed times delta times direction. And this is going to apply the direction for those of you that enjoy the comments. Body entered. And we're gonna pass a type body. And we're gonna say if the body dot is in group, and that group is gonna be called enemies. Then we're going to do a thing, and that thing is we're going to say body.die, which we haven't created yet. That's going to be in our, we'll do it in our patrolling enemy, because he's the one that's in our level 1. So it'll be on our patrolling enemy, but the code that we use for that can be used on any enemy. We're going to go queue free so we can destroy the projectile so it doesn't keep on going. And then we're going to need another function, and we're going to call this on screen exited. And what this is going to do is when our projectile is no longer in the view of the camera, it's going to destroy itself, and we're going to just pass queue free. So in our ready function, what we need to do is we'll go ahead and connect it. So I'll just type it in. We could connect it through the nodes, right? But I like keeping up my typing speed, so we're gonna just go ahead and type it, even though my typing speed seems really slow right now. Alright, there's that one. And then we need to pass our visible notifier, and we're going to have that connect. And that's going to be to connect it to screen exited, right? And it's also going to be callable. And we need itself, and then the function on screen exited. Alright, so one more thing we gotta do, and that's make sure that it flips based on the direction. So what I'm gonna do is just have it sprite right here in the ready. It shouldn't really matter too much. H equal to direction equal -1, and we should be good on that. Alright, so this is our script for the projectile. We have our variables, right, including our direction. Already connects to the node, or the signal node, right, of on body entered, right? And then our visible on-screen notifier connects to our screen exited, right? And then we have our movement here and our physics process, and then the two functions that these are connecting to. All right, that's set up. We need to let our player shoot it. So what we're gonna need is in our player, do some pre-gaming first. So click on player. We're gonna go ahead and type in marker 2D and add that. And let's go into our 2D and animated sprite. Let's create an animation. We're gonna name it fire. And find our imp and the fire animation. Oh, it's called shot. So shot animation. Whatever, close enough. Shot, fire, same thing. They play off of each other, right? Well, not the same thing, but the words can be used interchangeably. A gun fires, a gun shoots. The gun was shot, right? The gun was fired. All right, there we go. So we got the animation playing. I'm gonna go ahead and increase the speed on that a little bit to 8. And let's go ahead and go into our player script. Everything else should be good. So in our player script, we need to do a few things, and that would include some variables. So underneath is dead. Let's go ahead and add our export variable max ammo. we'll make the max that he can hold 99. We'll add a fire rate to it, which will be a float, and that fire rate we're going to make equal to 0.3. Variable, we're going to have a current ammo variable, and it's going to be an integer. We're going to have a couple of booleans, so variable can shoot is equal to true, and variable, oh, why do I have two equal signs right there? Variable is shooting is equal to false. Alright, now we need to add back our ready function, so ready, and we already have the global set up, so global.ammo updated .connect. And then we're gonna pass, it's a function I haven't created yet, just so we can have it printed on screen, not on screen, but in our console to make sure that it's going to work. Alright, so it'll be that on ammo updated. And what we need to do is, because we have this is shooting variable, so without the is shooting boolean, if we don't apply that here, then our animations are gonna override the fire animation. So we're gonna say if is shooting, and then all this stuff right here we're gonna tab over, just like that. Then you know what we didn't do? We didn't create our input, so for right now we'll just add it. If, whoops, not if, it's gonna be if input.is action just pressed, that action is gonna be shoot, and then we're gonna run our shoot function, which we're gonna need to create right now. So our function shoot is going to be if our global.ammo is greater than 0, because that's important, and we can in fact shoot, then we're gonna set shooting can shoot equal to false, and then is shooting is going to be equal to true. We're also going to update our ammo. Sorry about that, started to cough and needed to pause that real quick. Global.update ammo, and we're gonna pass a -1 there. That way it subtracts 1 from our ammo each time we fire. Alright, next thing we're gonna do is variable projectile. We're creating the projectile variable inside of our shoot function. And then we're gonna preload it, the scene, and that scene is gonna be our projectile scene. So we need to find it here in our file system, right click on it, go ahead and copy the path and just paste that in there, and then we're gonna say .instantiate. There we go. Projectile .position, and we're gonna look at the marker position. I gotta fix that too. All right. So projectile position is gonna be equal to our marker 2D dot global position, and we need to tell it which way to go. Projectile, not projection, projectile dot direction. It's going to be equal to -1 unless -1 if the animated sprite 2D is flipped horizontally. So flip H else 1. get parent add child projectile. I don't need all those extras, so we're just gonna do that right there. And then we need to play the fire animation. So this is gonna play fire animation. So this checks if we can shoot, right? And if our ammo is greater than 0, and then it does these things. It sets the can shoot variable to false, sets is shooting to true, which will stop our animation, and then subtracts 1 ammo from our UI, our global / UI, right? And then we're going to instantiate the projectile, which is this fireball in our projectile scene. And the position is going to be determined by the location of this marker 2D, which I still got to move. We're going to determine the direction it's going. If it's going to be -1 if our player is facing left. Otherwise, it's going to be to the right, which will be left and right respectively. And it's going to add the child as a parent, or add the projectile as a child of the player. Now, we're going to play the fire animation, which will be animated 2D dot play fire. Right? And then we're going to add a timer to make sure that the animation plays all the way through. So we're creating that timer, and for right now we're gonna make it 0.12. Alright, that seems like a safe one. Timeout. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and go await, get tree. That way we can return to our normal, we're going to pass our fire rate. So after this, it should return to our normal animations that we have. And it should start after this, it's going to pass all this, right? So create a timer, and it's going to be the fire rate timeout, because we don't want to be able to rapid fire. Well, I don't want the player to be able to rapid fire. Then we're going to reset our variables. Can shoot is equal to true, and then is shooting is going to be equal to false, which will allow me to move once again, right? Let's see, is there anything? This one right here. So what we're going to do is, where am I going to put it? You know, I'm just going to put it right here. Right underneath, it doesn't matter. Function, because this isn't going to be like really fancy. It's going to be one line that just prints it in the console. It's going to be my check to make sure that it's actually updating. Even though I know it's updating, so really I don't need it. But here we go. Alright. Now, we need to kill our bear. No, we don't. We need to finish the player, because otherwise I'll forget about it. Alright. ADD could get in. Alright, so let's click on our marker 2D. We're gonna, with this plane, just kind of guess where we want it to show up. Maybe right there, just inside the mouth, right? And then we can save that. And then let's go ahead and add our inputs. So let's go ahead and project settings, input map, and here we're gonna create a new action and call it shoot. Press enter or add, either one, and then it'll pop up right here. Go ahead and press this plus sign next to shoot. And for me, because I'm on a computer, I'm gonna just press left control. See, control or control if it's to go left, right, and press OK. Now when I press the left control, it should fire, right? Let's go ahead and test that out and hope that it works. Alright, so it's still going kind of fast, so I gotta figure that one out, but it is emptying that out, right? So that's good. Alright, and I can't move there. Why is my movement the same? Oh, so I have it if it means me not is shooting. Alright, now let's try it again. Can I move now? I can move. Alright, and I'm firing. Now I'm all out. Did I kill the enemy? No, because I didn't set up that part. Okay, and that's fine. Let's see where we're at. 25, 26 minutes. Alright, let's go to the bear and our patrolling enemy, and this is gonna be really easy. Function die and queue free. We also need to go to our inspector, make sure it's set to interact with our projectiles. So I'm going to put it on layer 6 because that's my empty one, or my dedicated one for the projectiles. It's my next empty one because player 5 is level exit, or mask 5 is level exit. Need to add it to a group also, so we're going to create a global group. So under node and group, we're going to press this plus sign. Make sure you click node or global. It's going to be called enemies. Press OK. This will adding it to a global group will allow you to add it to any scene that you that you need to be an enemy. And we have our projectile working. So let's go ahead and make sure that so it should not have killed the enemy, and it didn't, and the enemy isn't dying. Alright, so let's check that out. What's our projectile set? Our projectile is set to be an item instead of the projectile layer. So now let's try it. Still not dying. Maybe you can't add it as a global then. Let me go ahead and switch this and see if that fixes it. So right click on your global group enemies and convert to scene group, and let's see if that fixes it. Nope. Collision shade. Yep, that's all good. So what is going on? Got it 6, mask 1. Oh, that's what it was. So mask 1 was set to 3, was set to 1, which is the player, and not to interact with the enemies. So let's go ahead and add that in. And our global should work. So let me reset. So now that we know that works, let's go ahead and reconvert that to a global group and see if that works. We're already at 30 minutes and I still gotta do the reload. So, yep, alright, so that works. Everything's good so far. Now we just need to create one more thing. Hopefully it shouldn't take too much longer. And then I'll let y'all go, because I know that this video is already at 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and create a new scene by clicking on the plus sign. We're going to not paste anything. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll still paste it. That's fine. We're going to just redo the same thing. And what we're going to do, though, is remove that, rename this to reload. So that's what it's going to do. Go ahead and switch this out. Actually, we don't need an animated sprite. Yeah, sure, why not? Our projectile, we don't need it. Yeah, we do. What am I thinking? I don't know what I'm talking about, so just forget that I said anything. Let's go back to new sprite frames and add that in. And we're going to make it so that the fireballs are created by the enemy eating. We're going to add these cherries in here. Sorry, these allergies in Texas are killing me. Not literally, but you know. Alright. So let's go ahead and add it in. We got our cherries. Press play. Got it rocking back and forth. We got that. Let's go ahead and add a script to it, and we're gonna call this the guy reload. It's gonna be in our scripts. Oh, while we're here, let's go ahead and save in our scene. Right there. And what we're gonna type in is very simple. Just export variable ammo amount. It's gonna be an integer. We'll just have it at 3, and then we're gonna have it connect to an on body entered. So what we're gonna do is let's see, click on node, nothing showing up there, click up. This is why I like typing the signals rather than just doing it, because sometimes it won't show up there, then I have to come over here and click off and click on. But we could just do on body entered and have it connect to itself, and then here pass through if body dot is in group. That group is going to be called player. Then we're going to global dot update ammo, right? And we're going to pass the ammo amount, and then we're going to delete it, and this should work. So let's go ahead and add it into our level real quick and just test it out. There it is right there. Press play. And there we go. We collected it. It updated from 5 to 8, right? Everything still works. There we go. And I still die. Alright, so that's it. This was a long video. I apologize, but in this video what we did is we added some, why did it say 7? Oh, it stored it, so that's why, because I had shot one. Alright, we added the ammo counter to our UI. We created an ammunition, and in the case of this fireball with some animations. Maybe the timing needs a little bit of work, right? We created a collectible item that will restock our ammo, and we can kill the enemy. So that's it. I'll see y'all in the video. Until then, make more games.